Hello, folks, and welcome back to the American Crusader channel. Today, we're going to be discussing something that I've actually been thinking of for the past few months, and that is why I no longer watch right-wing YouTubers. Now, when I say watching right-wing YouTubers, I don't mean that for the last 4 years I've been a right-winger, and then I all of a sudden just stopped. What I meant was allow me to explain the context. I've always been politically active and left-wing since at least 2008. But until the 2016 election, the only political media I ever watched was Daily Show with Jon Stewart and Stephen Colbert. Around 2016 came around, I started looking at BuzzFeed videos simply for, they got some fun ones. They got a lot of cringy ones. But I did see their cringy questions, which for white people and men, which were very, very offensive and condescending, just insulting. And I saw some response videos to it, which the first one I saw was Shoeing Now, I will be honest, I had a little simp moment. I only clicked on Shoeing video because it had Shoe on it, who is very, very beautiful. I know, simp. I admit it. But I actually liked the content, and I subscribed to her channel, and I started subscribing to more and more anti-feminist and anti-SJW um, YouTubers for both the anti-SJWs and anti-feminist content, and also just to hear what they have to say, because I do believe in hearing both sides. Granted that their side isn't batshit crazy, because there are some loonies. I wrote down some of them. I can't remember them all, but at the moment, I think I subscribe to Blair White, and I'll get back to her in a minute. No Bullshit, Hunter Avalon, Roaming Millennial, who is now known as Lauren Chen, Rebel Media, which is up in Canada, and she's deleted her channel, but since she had her daughter, but Sierra McCord, whose YouTube name was Internalized Misogyny. I think I may watch some other ones, but I have since unsubscribed. Oh, um, Bearing. I forgot Bearing, but and I'll explain why I'm unsubscribed for him. Bearing was actually the last right-wing YouTuber I've actually unsubscribed from. So here's what happened. Obviously, they hear both sides and their anti-SJW, anti-feminist content, but also as the Trump administration proceeded from January and onward, the right-wing YouTubers that I saw became more and more partisan. Hunter Avalon just became insufferable. And by partisan, I mean they never criticized their own side. You know, I think the most I've ever seen a right winger of the people I've watched, right wingers criticize right wingers is Blair White basically saying that not all of these crazy right wingers believe it. They're just doing it for to please their base. They don't actually believe the bullshit they spew, but it's all for show. And that's it. Oh, and I also used to watch PragerU. I'm humble enough to admit that. Um, I forgot to add that too, but I got something in my teeth. But the reason I watch most of the left wing YouTube shows I watch on YouTube is because they're willing to call out their own side. In fact, a lot of times you can argue that if you go through the people that I watch, which I'll get to in a second, excuse me, they criticize the left. These are leftists who criticize the left more than they criticize the right. They criticize their own side. I don't see that with right wingers, at least not the ones I've watched. If you can recommend me someone who criticizes their own side, a right winger criticizing other right wingers, please let me know. But I see more partisanship and just more they only slam the left, and to be fair, all they care about is the culture war. It's just look, are the SJWs and feminists annoying? Yes, but that's not all there is. Even under Obama, that's not all there was. There was war, there was healthcare crisis, there was jobs, but all these right wingers care about is slamming pink-haired college kids who screaming about white privilege and mansplaining and manspraying. So I watch at the moment. I went through them. I sorted out all the just the Reddit stuff. For political content, I watch Amazing Atheist, Shoe on Head, David Pakman, Kyle Kalinske with Secular Talk, The Young Turks, Ring of Fire, Damage Report, The Majority Report with Sam Sear, Jesse Dollamore, and The Humanist Report. Now, the only guy that I could consider either right wing or something that I still watch is, and this is his actual name, Some Black Guy. And he's not really, I think he's more just centrist, but he does come off as right wing sometimes. And the reason I stopped watching Blair White is not because she's been partisan, although she does fit into the doesn't criticize the right, as other than that one thing I mentioned. She has every right to. She's been posting less and less political stuff and more just trans stuff. And look, she has every right to do so because she is a trans woman. But obviously, as someone who isn't trans and who cares about more issues than just trans issues, um, I just stopped watching her. Now, if she goes back to political content more than just trans stuff, okay, I'll watch her again. The reason I stopped watching No Bullshit, Brooks, whatever you want to call him, is the whole being partisan, never calling out the left, focusing only on culture war, but also, and this really made me want to unsubscribe from him. I can't remember what the video was about, and I can't really find it, but it's there if he hasn't deleted it. I haven't really checked on him lately. Um, in one, look, you can praise Trump all you want, but then he said, if we're lucky, we can change the Constitution and where Trump can serve more than 2 terms. Excuse me? No, the 22nd Amendment is there for a reason. And let me tell you something. If if in 2016 or 2015 someone had said, let's change the Constitution so Obama can serve a third term, you bet your ass No Bullshit will be saying, no, this is authoritarian, this is fascist, this is whatever, or just basically calling him out. And he would be right. But because it's Trump, because it's his guy, so yeah, I stopped watching him. The reason I stopped watching Hunter Avalon, I have used a portion of a clip from him about Charlottesville more to criticize him for just saying that we're all the same. Is one, he thinks we're all the same, that we're all just these culture war morons. Second, he's become very, very insufferable. He's just an asshole. And second, he's just becoming more and more partisan. And that's the same with Lauren Chen, roaming millennial, whatever you want to call her. And I recently saw a video where she's basically saying people should only date to get married, as if marriage is going to solve all your problems. But also, and this, I didn't unsubscribe to her after this, but it did. That's when my views of roaming millennials videos went down. After these church massacres, I think in New Zealand, I think it was, I can't remember what it was, but a couple of years ago there was a massacre of Christians in Easter, and Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton made a consoling tweets, saying the words Easter worshippers, and she had a hissy fit about it. It's like, no, we are Christians, not Easter worshippers. If these were Muslims, you wouldn't be saying Ramadan worshippers. I'm like, who cares, Lauren? I certainly don't care. I'm a Christian. Jesus said, although everyone else hurled for damage. But I am a Christian. Left my rosary in the car, but I am a Christian. I go to church. I go to mass. I'm going to mass for the second time this year on this Sunday, but I will be going, and I didn't care. I don't. That's literally identity politics. It's like you're not calling me what I want to be called. It's like, who cares, as long as they were saying the right, consoling, like our thoughts and prayers and all that shit. Like, who cares what they call you? Easter worshippers. Okay, maybe they don't worship Easter, but they're coming to worship on Easter. Who cares? Who cares? Basic partisanship and just, I guess they just got boring is the reason why I stopped watching Rebel Media. And Sierra McCord, well, after she had her kid, she deleted her channel, so that's why I can't watch her anymore. Bearing, I held on to him for the longest. I tried. I'm still subscribed to Sugar Tits, who, ever since she had her baby, she didn't delete her channel, but she hasn't uploaded anything yet. But Bearing, I got really mad when he kept calling Bernie Sanders a communist. Bernie Sanders, who is not a communist, has claimed he's not a communist, and he doesn't even espout communist beliefs, but of course the right, just smearing. But then what sent me into rage quit was when he defended the murder of Breonna Taylor. He made it as if her boyfriend was the one who shot first instead of the police who shot first. The police just started shooting, and her boyfriend returned fire in self-defense, and the police killed his girlfriend Breonna Taylor. I can't remember the boyfriend's name. I don't know. But when he defended that, I couldn't deal with that anymore. I'm like, okay, I can handle you calling Bernie Sanders a communist, but defending police brutality and police murder, no, nope, no. You know, I can't watch them anymore. They're just so partisan, and all they care about is the culture war. They don't care about getting people health care. They don't care about ending the wars. They don't care about fixing our economy. All they care about is culture. All they care about is Ben Shapiro getting mad that Harry Styles wearing a dress, or I think lesbian rom-coms, or I can't remember who it was. Oh, Tucker Carlson thinking that Biden is going to force everyone to drink at Starbucks. It's like there are more important things that needs to be addressed in America than how you live your life, culture. Sure, there are some things about culture that does need to be changed for the better, but that's not the only thing. We got healthcare, wars, debt, deficit, recession, jobs, COVID. All these right wingers care about is, oh, they want to proclaim that facts don't care about your feelings, the liberals, but then they turn right back around and cry my fees because, oh, some dude is wearing a dress. Bring back masculine men! Oh, and they claim there's a war on Christmas when really it's left wingers saying you shouldn't force Christianity or Christmas down people's throats, or just simply, oh, criticizing Christmas. And it's like, oh, the war on Christmas because they dare speak ill of Christmas. Fox News claims there's a war on Christmas, and may I quote Jon Stewart, they're set every Christmas looks like Santa's balls exploded. Like literally, it is nothing but Christmas trees and Santa stuff and just red and green, the Christmas colors. There is no war on Christmas. There's no war on Thanksgiving. There's no war on Easter. There's no war on Christianity. It's just that we don't think that there should be any laws based on religion, and we have a right to criticize Christianity and Christmas. There is no war on Christmas. It's all made up bullshit. You have every right to have Christmas. I'm going to be celebrating Christmas this year. But because now there's COVID, it's like we're recommending you not go anywhere for Christmas. For COVID, they're claiming there's a war on Christmas. All they care about is culture war. That's why I stopped watching YouTubers who are right wing. And PragerU is obviously awful. They're just plain partisan hacks, like worse than the people I've listed here. Like, uh, you know, like PragerU actually claims that there hasn't been a party alignment shift. That the Democrats of today are just the same as the Democrats of 1860. But yeah, basically, I watch the left wing YouTubers because they're at least willing to criticize their own side. And that's consistency. If you're willing to hold your own side accountable, That shows integrity. But if all you're going to do is slam the other side, that just shows that you're just a partisan hypocrite. If you are a right winger and you can hold your own side accountable, say, "Hey, people, stop enabling Trump. We are Republicans, but we are not the We are not the Trump party. We're the Republican Party. Just admit that he lost." I have more respect for you than Tucker Carlson or Sean Hannity or the people I've listed. Yeah, I do. Well, I'm gonna finish the rest of my food. It's getting cold. But yeah, that's why I stopped watching right wing YouTubers. Stay out there, stay progressive, and may the force be with you.